Hello there, Big Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War 4 on the PC on Inconceivable difficulty. This is my guide and walkthrough. We are currently on 5-2 killing time. So I have no rhyme or reason for the turrets that I place down. If I have an idea of where I know enemies are coming, I will try to put a turret in their general wake. The whole chapter in general is fairly difficult. I mean, there's one wave, the second wave, that I would say it's kind of brutal. What they throw at you, without a checkpoint either, and it's just yet again more inconsistency with checkpointing, because right before the final two carriers they give you the courtesy of a checkpoint, and I have no idea why that occurs when no checkpoint is given to you right before they place two. I believe even more difficult enemies called the Snatchers. They throw two of those at you without giving you a checkpoint, so it's yet again a failure to give people proper checkpoints, and it's very frustrating. So on almost all of these waves, you're going to have scions buffing drones. So if you can, and we even have imagos too, the ones that we saw at the beginning, these naked-looking ones. Those are reappearing. This wave over here, I didn't have too many problems. I think I actually got killed by my own turret exploding a couple of times. I placed it a little bit outside this window where I'm at by the stairs, and I think when it blew up, it was blowing me up. I'm pretty sure that's what was happening. So what I basically do is I put the gun turrets about where I put them, and I put spike strips on the right side. Probably not on this wave, but I'm going to. This is a oh, I do. Sorry, there's a curtain. My curtain just kind of fell off the little mantle there, but see, the spike strips can shock and slow the enemies down and kill them if they're low on life. And here's the problem. You've got these guys. I just took care of them, but they're the main problem, and I haven't stressed this enough, but I may not have even have mentioned it. But the worst case scenario in this game is when all of your teammates are downed, because then you have nobody to distract enemies. So that is probably the worst situation that you could be in, and it probably hasn't been shown on screen too much, because the times that all three of my teammates are down are usually times where all of the enemies then come after me, and I have I have no luck fending them all off. So this is the end of the first wave over here. Each wave will end with a heavy/dangerous enemy. A set of them, I should say. This is what this wave ends with over here. It's a set of pouncers. So this is the pouncer that's currently standing still for me, so I'm very grateful for that. And then here's the second one over here. These ones can slither their way in here too, so it's really difficult. Whereabouts should you stand? This is pretty much where I dig in. You're expected to dig in this general area, so I just kind of stay over here. Okay, so that's the first wave. It's hard, but it's not too hard. Now, this wave is too hard without a checkpoint because of what the expectations are for you. So I'm going to use the largest turret that the game affords you to make, and I'm going to place it round about right over there. And then you can search the map. There is a torque bow in one of the pits. And then this one over here, I think I'm going to pick this one up. It's still got some some power, and I'm going to put it over here where I know that scions and drones come out. I think is this the pit? No, we've already taken the torque bow out of that pit. Each of these pits has a torque bow. And you can craft torque bows too from the fabricator, and they actually give you 12, so they give you the max quantity. So if you are running low on credits, though, here's a torque bow. You only get 5, but it's, you know, pretty damn good for free. And then here we go with wave 2 of 3. This is where it starts to get really damn hard. About halfway through the fight too, they also spawn a couple of hunters on a balcony. I've never got killed in them, but I think I have the last time I did the project, but not anytime currently. So this is the beginning of the fight. So this is basically the hardest part of the chapter. It's incredibly difficult. So here's the first guy, the Scion over here. There we go. I'm trying to headshot this motherfucker. Look at the big brain on bread. It's all gone, man. Okay, so that Scion's gone. And then now we've got a pair of Scions in the distance. It looks like they're both using buzz kills. So now I'm going to have to think about what I want to do. Do I want to stay here a little bit longer and take that guy out with the turret? Yeah, see, they're doing their scream call that sounds like an elephant roar, and it's hardening these drones. It makes all these situations really hard because a lot of the times the Scions, since they move so slow, they're at the rear of the drones, and then, you know, you can't get through the waves and the hordes of the drones. So what do? You just got to deal with the see, and then the hunters are spawning at the top. So they aren't from my recent experience playing this chapter. They aren't too keen at murdering you without any hesitation. It kind of seems like their aggro is kind of reserved. I think it was tweaked just a little bit so that you're not their number one target. You know, like the moment they spawn, they're not gonna start looking for your head. Is basically what I wanted to say. And it could just be that the whole situation is tweaked so that you know, so that you're not always the primary target. But trust me, you will be the primary target. There we go. And now I think it's just this Scion over here. So hopefully we can headshot him. There we go. The thing about this chapter is, guys, now you see, this whole business is filled to the brim with unrealistic motherfuckers. Motherfuckers who thought their asses would age like wine. If you mean it turns to vinegar, it does. If you mean it gets better with age, it don't. I'm just kidding, guys. Now we need to focus on the hunters, and in a moment you're going to see Marcellus Wallace was right. Anyway, have we got our checkpoint yet? Oh, no, we haven't. We're not even on wave 3. We're on the snatchers over here. You see this? They don't give you a checkpoint before these guys. And these guys, I've got a fail state to this because they grabbed Kate and ran off with her and did God knows what to her. You know, made her into a, I don't know, a hunter or something? Hunter? A Xena? Some kind of a Xena bitch? I don't know, but... It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I don't even think I noticed last time that I got a checkpoint before the pair of Harambe's, because I don't think I brought it up. I usually bring things like that up, but I definitely noticed it. The fighting 2 of these is far more dangerous than fighting 2 Harambe's. You know, because you can't stay on the turret. These things take an eternity to kill, too. Look at this. They can come in here. They can grab teammates. You actually want them to grab teammates, because then they stop attacking. But, you know, look at the flame spread, too. I've got killed to the flame spread. You know, they're fast-moving enemies, too. The Harambe shitters are slow. They're slow as fucking shit. You don't get any checkpoint here. Why? I mean, consistently, game after game with these Gears games, they give you checkpoints when checkpoints are not needed, and then they don't give you them where they're very, very crucially needed. It's unreal. It's unfucking real, man. I mean, I don't even want the, you- I no, I did. Did I get killed to the? I must have got killed to the Harambe's. But I feel that's a long wave we just did. Wave two, that is a long and very difficult and hard wave. And you only get a checkpoint after you defeat those two snatchers. And and then this wave is a tad bit shorter, and then it ends with a pair of Harambes. And you can easily kill one, if not both, of the Harambes with the turrets. I mean, and you have no risk of anything because they move so slowly. But here is where we've got the final incoming wave over here, and I am calling the entire wave three, even though there is a checkpoint before the final two Harambes. It's just all these are all three of these fortification chapters. They're broken into three waves. So I don't understand the additional courtesy that they give you. It's insulting. It's insulting. Am I grateful for being given a checkpoint before the Harambes? Yeah, I am, because I did die once to it, and I was appreciative of it. But I also died more times to the snatchers, and I got really irritated. I died twice to them by them killing me. One time to the quills, one time to the fire spread, and one time my objective failed because, like I said, they grabbed Kate and turned her into a housewife. I don't know what else to say about it, but it's not consistent and it's downright rude. Okay, so here's the beginning of the fight. You can jump on the turret. I placed a gun right in front of the door to the right, and I also placed one over to the left. And then you can get on these scions. This scion has a drop shot, so be really careful. But look at that checkpoint. Look at that. Very simple. You had to do hardly anything. And see, this doesn't need a checkpoint. You can do all of what we just did and kill these Harambes without a checkpoint. It's unbelievable. And it's not because... My grievance is not because Wave 2 is long and difficult and like I said, very hard. It's not because of that. It's because they end in kind of the same vein with two really heavy enemies. And I know Wave 1 ended with the two pouncers, but they're equally deadly. It's just classic Gears, giving you checkpoints when they're not needed, and then giving you no checkpoint where one is very crucially needed. But that's it. You get a checkpoint if the Harambes kill you. You get a checkpoint, and then it spawns you right before they enter the whole area. And then we're getting to the end, guys. 5-3 is coming up. Now all we need to do is head over here to the drop zone. I hope that this helped you. So if you have any issues with it, just remember that final wave, they burst out of the door to the right, and then they burst out of the door to the left. The door was already open to the left, but they come from that general direction. At least the hunters and the scion, with the one with the drop shot, that's where they came from. So thank you guys very much for watching and following my walkthrough. I'm hoping that it's helping you out to clear whatever difficulty you need help with clearing. Ideally Inconceivable, because that's what I set out to do. And now we're just going to meet up with an old friend over here. And I hope that, like I said, I hope that my product is serving you well. And I also hope that you continue to take care. Thank you, and best regards.